So what I have here is the fourth and final cigar from Southern Classic Cigars. This is the Cuey. I'll bring it up here and hopefully it focuses on that. Now what I have here with the Cuey is 6.5 inches by 58 ring gauge. So this is a really big cigar. It's almost 6 inches by 60 ring gauge. Beautiful looking dark brown wrapper going on. Really nice looking wrapper. It's really high quality there. A little bit of vein, but all in all it's really nice, with a triple seam Cuban style cap going on from Southern Classic Cigars, which I've seen they have the Cuban style going on with the 3 seam on all of their cigars, being that they have Pepito, who is of Cuban heritage, making the cigars for them. So with that said, the Cuey here is 100% Nicaraguan tobacco, which has been the case with all 4 of the cigars that I've tried from Southern Classic Cigars. Price point on this Cuey here is $12, and they come in boxes of 10. So with that said, let's cut it up, light it up, and smoke it up. And I'd like to thank Eloy again for providing this cigar for me. Kind of a thin cut there. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger going on. There we go. Let's see what happens. Before I do that, though, let me give a scent off of the wrapper. Cedar essence coming off of the wrapper. Off of the foot, it really shines with this, the woody notes of the cedar itself, and a little bit of peppery finish, almost like a spicy notes coming through in the nose. As I just cut this though, the draw is really nice with that in two-bar style rolling, where they roll each leaf in a tube style instead of folding them over. So the draw is excellent so far. Sweet cedar, woody notes, a little bit of a peppery finish. So let me light it up with this beautiful looking DuPont lighter I have here, which actually has about 20 plus years on this, given to me by my good friend Rocco. So I'd like to thank him again. I've used this time and time again, and it's a beautiful, almost a piece of art, these DuPont lighters. Took a little longer than expected because of the ring gauge being a 58 ring gauge. Took a little longer to light. Very peppery off of it, and almost getting like this burnt vanilla caramel on the background, with the cedar notes, a little bit of coffee essence also. Yeah, like a toasted vanilla, but there's a good amount of white pepper spice also going on with this Cuey. So all in all, just right from the light up, it's really nice. It lands around full-bodied right now with a great draw. So I'm going to sit back with Southern Classic Cigars, Cuey, get it open up a little bit, and I'll be right back. So I've let the Southern Classic Cigars Cuey open up a little bit. I'm about, like a ½ inch in, maybe a little bit more than that, closer to an inch. This is a phenomenal cigar. I'm really impressed with what Southern Classic Cigars is coming out with. Creamy body, cedar notes, has this natural sweetness on the background that has almost a citrus zing. And I said a little bit earlier, it has along the lines of like a almost a caramel burnt vanilla notes going on. Let me give it a retrohale and see how it does. Through the retrohale, it really shines through the cedar and a white pepper zing. Now what I wanted to say also is I am proudly wearing a shirt which I received from one of the troops working through Cigars for Warriors, a troop that's stationed over, I believe, in Syria and Iraq, and they were kind enough to send a little thank you gift for the care packages that we send. So I'm going to flip around a second, and hopefully you'll be able to see this. I'm going to stand here, and hopefully you can see that well enough. The shirt here, it's a very well done shirt, and these guys do a hell of a job protecting our freedom. So, with that said, I'm going to bring the Cuey down to the halfway point, and I'll be right back. So I am getting down now to about the halfway point now of the Southern Classic Cigars Cuey. And as I said before, this is a phenomenal cigar. All four cigar lines are really well done, and it's worth looking into the few cigar shops that are selling these. Creamy body, toasty cedar, a little bit of coffee notes, and ends with a little bit of peppery spice on it. But when you do the retrohale, it really brings the cedar really pops through with a good amount of peppery finish going on. Draw is phenomenal, and it brings through a lot of smoke. It's very well done. So with that said, I'm going to bring the Southern Classic Cigars Cuey down to the final third. Okay, so I'm back now with the final third now of the Cuey from Southern Classic Cigars. As I said before, it's a phenomenal cigar. I believe all four cigars are great cigars, so try to find them, buy them, let me know what you think of them. I didn't touch on it before, but from start till about now, it's been a medium plus cigar. Now it's really amping up with strength and spice-wise. Creamy body, still the cedary notes, a good amount of white pepper zing going on. And still there's been like this natural sweetness, which is pretty consistent all the way through. It's a little lighter now, but at a time I was almost getting like this butterscotch sweetness going on for a little bit. So all in all, I'm really impressed with this. I want to thank Eloy for giving me an opportunity to trying this cigar. And I just want to touch on one other thing. Another gentleman that also reviewed is Brian from Cigar Obsession. Now, Brian has been doing a fundraiser for Cigars for Warriors, and he's up to about $1,000 now through his listeners. That's phenomenal. He's going to be stopping at my house in a few days. And in the past, he did a quick review of how we work Cigars for Warriors here. So I'm hoping that we can do some type of a quick video on Cigar Obsession in regards to Cigars for Warriors as he's dropping off some stuff to send to the troops. So Brian, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to meeting you again. And everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.